This is our Forex blog for May 27th, 2016, and I just want to go over how our trading system did this week. Keep in mind that these stats are done at the end of the day. Each day I usually add 5 to sometimes up to 10 new patterns. I also will fix 4 or 5 of the older patterns, so those ones I fixed are not on here, and obviously any of the new ones I've added would not have shown up live that day. But this is the way I keep stats. I don't want to keep multiple sets of stats. I just do it at the end of the day and compare how the system is improving over time. Winning percentage, number of trades, the net pips per day, net pips per week, and I look at the average win to average loss ratio. So this was Friday, 385 pips, and one of the things I focus on most is to try to make the average win significantly bigger than the average loss. The average win this day was almost 23 pips, and the average loss was only 6.4. So almost 3.5 times bigger win to loss. Thursday, 350 pips. The average loss 7.2, and the average win only 15, because a lot of these trades were the vast majority of them under 20 pips. Wednesday, 339 pips, and a lot of these days were choppy. The average loss is only 5.9 pips, so very, very tiny loss. In the average win, 19 pips. So a little over 3 times bigger win to loss. Here is Tuesday, I think, 256 net pips. A lot of losers that day, but they only averaged 64 pips, about 50-50 that day, and the average win was 21 pips. And then here's Sunday to Monday. Good day for Sunday, Monday. Usually it makes less than 200 pips on average on the past. 482 pips, and the average loss is only 6, and the average win is 24. So 4 times bigger win to loss. Now again, keep in mind, I will repeat this, I only keep one set of stats, and I add new patterns each day, and I also fix some of the old ones. So this day might have had up to 10 losing trades that were taken away, and 5 or 6 new ones added, and that's how I always do it. You can usually subtract about 200 pips from the result to see what it would have most days got. All right, so here's just some of the charts during the week. Here's New Zealand dollar. There was about a 4 pip loss here, followed by about a 20 pip win. Previous day, you can see nice 20 pip win here, maybe 8. It lost 2 times in a row, so there's about 20 pips of loss. It got back 5 of them, got back the rest, and it had a nice win there. Usually some trades show up 2-3 days past if you go and look at them historically, but usually the last 2 days. Obviously the last day is exactly right. The previous day, you can usually see what would have occurred. You start going back more than 2 days. Some trades show up that were not there that day, and other trades that were there disappear because the statistics are using that day's data. So anyway, this one has a nice win here. Small win, small win. Previous day was only 1 trade, small win. Dollar Swiss, narrow range breakout. You can see it broke out and kind of went sideways, and then it continued that trend. We have a loss at the end of the day. Previous day, nice 15-20 pip win, 15 pip win. Dollar CAD, another very similar to that previous pattern. It's making a nice move down, goes sideways, breaks out of that little range. I love those type of trades, and it's only about a 5 or 10 pip win, but I certainly will take it. Previous day, you can see a nice win here, nice win, pretty much break even, and a nice 30 or 40 pip win there. Right here is another 40 pip win. Dollar yen, this is probably a fib target trade, good for about 25 pips. Oftentimes I will draw and take trades at these Fibonacci profit targets. That's very likely what that one looks like. This one's in a trend pullback, very small, 10-15 pip win. Pound yen. So this is another good example of Fibonacci profit target area. Very likely a reversal, and of course it did. That was good for about 40 pips. About 25 pips. 30 or so pips, and you can probably see a fib target right there as well, right in that zone. It's where I tend to look for them. Huge trade earlier in the day, good for about 40 pips. It's probably also a fib target. It's a little bit off the screen, but it's probably right, just barely touched that fib target. And big trades happen right at Fibonacci areas, so a lot of the almost 4,500 patterns in here now use Fibonacci's as their basis. In fact, you probably have this as a fib area. I use the 78% fib area too, and usually give it 1 or 2 pips padding. Small win here, or actually both of these are about 20-30 pips, another 30, 15. Previous day, small loss. Win, win. And here's the euro dollar. There's only one trade on Friday, small win, break even the previous day, nice 30 pip win. So I just want to showcase, I work every single day. I haven't had a day off in 2.25 plus years. Kind of stopped keeping track of it, but every day I usually will make at least 10 changes to the system with either 5 or 6 fixes of old patterns and 4 or 5 new patterns. But every single day I improve it, and there's a few new things I'm testing that I really want to give another week before I release to people. Some of those trades aren't showing up on here because they're experimental. That's pretty good results so far, but usually things that back test well don't always perform well in the future. Some do, some don't. So before I release it and possibly cause people losses, I'm going to test it at least another week and risk my own money before I release it to our traders. And that's it for today.